Alright guys, let's talk about Manta for the first time on the channel in about 5 months, guys. We haven't looked at it since we were back here on May the 22nd. We were actually just about to hit this trend line, and this trend line actually started back in middle February. So you can see how many times it has gotten rejected on this trend line. And basically, the last time it touched this trend line, got pretty close right here. Was maybe just a hair short, but let's just call this a hit. And so October the 6th was that hit, and you can see how far we fell on the 10th of October, and we haven't really recovered since then. Now, there are some resistances and supports here. We need to take a look at that. But basically, at the moment, we are trying to push through this weekly resistance. Now, keep in mind, we're looking at this on the daily time frame, but we're trying to put at least a daily candle over this, 12.26 cent mark. Now, the next mark will be 13.23 cents. And if we were to shoot up today, which is probably not going to happen unless we have a miracle happen with Ethereum and Bitcoin and some news or something, basically you would have this 16.28 cents to push through before meeting this trend line at just shy of 17 cents. So at the moment, we need to get through this trend line. That is the most important thing that we need to do, because we've been rejected here for 10 months now, and it's not good, guys. We need to push through that. Once we push through this trend line, I will be a little bit more bullish on Manta Network. Now, looking at the volume profile here, you can see that basically we are right in the middle of the second largest volume candle. So we need to push through the largest candle, and that would take a push above about 38 cents. After that point, we do have a speed bump up here at about 71 to about 88, 89 cents. So it's going to probably go very quick from 38 up to about 71 cents, because you can see this lower volume right here. But after you get above about 89 cents, it's going to get a little bit easier to go up, because if I zoom out here, you can see that the volume here is very, very, very little. Looking at the weekly Bollinger Bands here, you can see we did have some narrowness from the summer, guys, but it is starting to widen right now. I don't think there's anything like a pinch here, really, at least on a weekly time frame. Now, looking at the daily time frame, we do have some narrowness here. You can see it was quite wide for a period until about the end of October, and now we do have some narrowness, but the lines are going parallel, really. So not pinching in. We need to see it kind of pinch in on one another so we get a pop. RSI and Stochastic actually look very good here on the weekly time frame. Oversold here, just crossed this red line to the upside on Stochastic. RSI is about as low as it's ever been, really, and pointed up. So this is good on a weekly time frame. Now, the daily time frame, a little bit overheated here on Stochastic, but the blue line has crossed this red line to the upside once again. So it's going to make a little bit more of a run probably on the daily time frame. RSI is right in the middle, so not bad there. But again, it is a mixed signal, and I do expect the Stochastic to turn around soon. Now, 4-hour time frame coming up pretty heavily here on Stochastic. RSI a little bit flat at the moment. Now, it just actually started this 4-hour candle, so we're probably going to see this kind of teeter-totter here. But yeah, it looks okay to me. Now, the 1-hour time frame, overheated here on Stochastic, just about to turn around here. You can see it hit 100 over here. So yeah, the 1-hour Stochastic about to turn around. The RSI is slanted up here. It's not overheated just yet, but maybe it wants to turn around with the Stochastic. Now, 15-minute time frame, blue line has just crossed the red line to the downside, unfortunately. RSI looks like it wants to move back up, though, and it's only at a 73, so it can move a little bit more. But basically, this is at the top with Stochastic, so I do expect this to come down. So we do have a lot of mixed signals here, and I would say mainly the lower term time frames, they look probably the worst. They need to be reset. I do not expect to overcome 13.23 cents here. This resistance right there, guys. I don't expect to overcome that without some resets here. Now, as for the MACD on Manta here, we can see that the blue line is just avoiding the red line. It looks like it just missed crossing this red line, which is a good sign, guys. We do have a darker green candle here. If I expand this a little bit more, you will see it. But yeah, we were fading here, but now it's getting a dark green candle, so momentum may start to move back up once again, at least on a weekly time frame. Now, the daily time frame also looks like it avoided maybe a couple of times crossing here. You can see it avoided it right here, avoided it maybe here, and now it's moving pretty heavily to the upside. We've been in a green period since October the 24th. These candles may be starting to get bigger than the previous candles here, so this is a good sign, guys. So momentum-wise, I do think Manta is headed up here. I think this is probably the bottom. It is kind of amazing that it really hasn't bottomed until now. Usually, launch pool coins from Binance or some other place, guys, they'll take about 6 to 8 months to bottom, and then it's over. But this one has taken a little bit longer. Now, looking at CoinGecko here, Manta is only up about 3% today. It's not anything big, guys, but I did look at the 7-day time frame, and look at this. It's up about 20%. I wanted to make a video on it the other day, and it was doing really well. But there was just other coins that were more interesting. And anyways, guys, you can see my average net cost here. It's about 52 cents. So yeah, I think I bought it back after I sold it around $3 or $4 at about $1.79 or something like this. And that was only about 100. And basically, I've DCA'd into it and brought this average down. I probably will DCA a little bit more into this before it's all over. Now, max supply 1 billion. Circulating is less than half that. This isn't a bad circulating supply, by the way. 449 million tokens is very good. Now, looking at the all-time high, like I said, $4.05. So that was over a year ago in March 12th, 2024. It's 97% down. Will it make it there again? I don't know, guys. Maybe not this bull run. You know, anything is possible. It really didn't see a bull run yet. So that's a good thing. This was a launch pool coin in Binance around this time too, guys. So, and the new projects tend to do a lot better than the old projects. So it's possible, but you know, if I had to guess myself, guys, I would say it might make it back up to about $2 or $3, but probably not to its all-time high. Now, if you know Crypto Banter, the channel, Rand from this channel, it was a long time ago, right when this came out, he was predicting about a $400 or $500 Manta Network. But guys, I don't want to get your hopes up. I don't think it's going to get that high. Now, Bitcoin has suffered the last 4 days. As you see here, guys, it's already dropped through a couple of supports. And if we look at this on a weekly time frame, this is what it looks like. Now, there's still plenty of time. We still have, 2.5 days almost to make this one giant wick, but let's see what happens. I don't think it's going to end up one big giant wick, probably. Unfortunately, I hate to be negative. We will probably lose some of these supports, but maybe we can make it back up to 100K or so and at least keep the 100K mark, but we have to wait and see and be patient. Now, if we go to Ethereum, we are well below this mark that I have marked off for the bear market. Now, if I put this on a daily time frame, this is what it looks like. Yesterday, it was trying to get back inside this channel, and it failed to do so. Now, we still have from Sunday, Monday, basically this area right here to get back above this line. Let's see what happens. Right now, we are resting right on this Fibonacci here, and just a little bit below $3,200, so that is not good. We need to be above $3,450 when Sunday rolls over to Monday. Now, before I go a little farther in this video, guys, you can claim some bonuses on my favorite crypto exchanges below. I have partnerships with 7 exchanges here. Also, you can find Moodix here. You can get a free 7-day trial. And if you're looking for a cold wallet, the CypherRock X1 is about to start airdropping within the wallet. So what better way to lock up your crypto and get paid at the same time? So you can get 17% off your order today, though, if you use my link. And guys, you can follow me on X right here. Now, just like Ethereum, basically, we need to get back within this channel by Sunday, Monday night, and we are well below that at the moment. We're sitting at 3.2 1.24 trillion on the total market cap here. Now, if we go to the total market cap without Bitcoin, also same problem. We need to get back within this channel. And if we go to the Bitcoin dominance, we are seeing something kind of positive here if you're an altcoin holder. So this red candle signals that people are not buying Bitcoin at the moment. They're buying altcoins. And yeah, we have stayed below this trend line, which actually was holding us up for about 2 months, unfortunately. And yeah, we are trying to get back above 60% here with the dominance, but it is not happening. And that's a good thing for us altcoin holders. We don't want it to go higher. We need it to go lower. That's when our bags pump, guys. Now, another thing we need to look at is the USDT dominance. And that is trying to go higher at the moment. That is not a good thing because people are taking their money out of crypto, putting it in USDT, saving it for a rainy day, and or spending it, we can say. So yeah, that is not good, but the dominance is going down. That's nice to see for us. Altcoin season index, right before this video, I just refreshed this. It went from a 41 to a 43, so that's nice to see. Like I said, Bitcoin dominance is coming down, so you're going to see this go up if that continues. If we look at the liquidation heat map, 24 hours, 1.1 billion have been wrecked. So not good to see. Mostly it is longs. And if we look at the fear and greed, it went up 1 tick here to 16 from 15 yesterday. We're still in extreme fear. Next update in about 15 hours and 45 minutes. If we look at the bull market peak indicators, still 0 from 30 have been hit. Now, this is why I still have hope. I'm not selling anything, guys. I'm just staking things for a little bit longer periods now, just because I can see the average here under 50%. Also, Pi Cycle Top Indicator, it's a very slow indicator, and it's sitting at 48.45%. So it's just going backwards. At one point, we were sitting at like 62% like a month ago, and now we're going backwards. So we're just prolonging this cycle. Economic calendar for today, not much going on, guys. Bostic is speaking a couple of times, but if you're not aware, he is actually retiring soon. I think it's January if I remember correctly. Anyways, we do have jobless claims today, non-farm productivity, but you know, that's not really much. Also Atlanta Fed GDP now, Q4. So really, you know, if you had to rate this from 1 to 10 today with economic data, it's maybe a 2 or a 3. So nothing really important that's going to affect Bitcoin. Now, taking a look at the Moodyx dashboard here, the sentiment is still risk on. That trend is sideways. We are having a slight negative day today, but the week is still slightly positive. The month is also pretty good. The year is very good. So we're just not seeing this come into crypto, unfortunately. Now, if we take a look at the FedWatch tools, it is a little bit different than yesterday. We have actually pushed up a couple of percent, really. And it's more of a chance that we're going to get a cut than not get a cut at the moment. And if we look at this on Polymarket, it's about the same odds, guys. But there is a chance of a 50 basis point decrease. That's 2%. And there's a 1% chance of a 25 basis point increase. Probably not going to happen. Kind of funny to see it, you know. But no change, 46%. And here you have 52% for that decrease. Now, Trueflation is showing about a 2.5% inflation rate at the moment. If we go to Crypto Bubbles, looking pretty ugly. I would say most things are down about 3 to 8%, although you do see a couple of these, you know, like 15s and 13s and 14s. But most things about 3 to 8%, I would say. And if you want to stake your coins, go to CoinOndo, guys. And for example, Bitcoin, you have 65 results here. Do your homework. You know, if you want to stake Manta, you have to type it in here, and it will actually show you the deals. I don't know if there's many. There's 7 deals here, though, for it. But anyways, guys, do your homework before you blindly send coins around. And guys, I really appreciate all your support. Like, subscribe, and activate the bell, please. Use those links down below. It really helps me when you do. And if you want to become a member of the channel, you can do so. And if you want to send me a super thanks or something like that, I really appreciate it, guys. And guys, I will keep trying to make these videos every day, and I will see you in the next video.